British Columbia today. We're fishing for some river monsters. Oh god.
Sharp these ones are on this.
Guy is big, I think.
There we go.
The power of this dinosaur. Oh, I've never felt anything quite like this. In the morning, we're sturgeon fishing, but tonight, Kiro and I are going to camp out of the back of my truck. I pre-made a frozen dinner, so we're gonna heat that up and then get nice and cozy in the back of the truck. Where we're going sturgeon fishing is pretty far from my house, so we're gonna drop Kiro off at an Airbnb in the morning, and we're gonna meet up with Parker and meet up with our guide. It's pretty snowy here. It is currently December in British Columbia. But where we're going on the Fraser River, there's no snow. We're up on a mountain on a Forest Service road to camp out. So luckily the water is not frozen and we can still go sturgeon fishing all year round. Pre-made a big batch of shepherd's pie and I put it in this little freezer container and it comes out in a perfect block. While that's heating up, I'm gonna get our bed set up. If you've been following this channel, you know I'm 5'4" and I fit exactly across the back of the bed. And so does Kiro. He's got his nightlight on because it's about to get really dark. I flipped the back seat up and I've got a 4-inch memory foam on the bottom here covered with a sheet. I've got a basket of rescue stuff so I can inflate my tires. I have a battery that can jumpstart the car in case the battery dies. So we've got a nice heavy wool blanket. We have a -18 degrees Celsius sleeping bag. And I've got an electric blanket that I'm going to show you how I power after we eat some dinner. Kira, you want to test it out? Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to warm some tea up. Whatever's left over, I'll put the hot water back in the Nalgene and put that in Kiro's sleeping bag to keep him nice and warm. This is smelling so good. It's gonna drop probably to about -5 tonight, so it's gonna be a cold one. Our water's done boiling, so I'm gonna make the tea. We're going with chai tea tonight. I'm gonna put this in the car to keep it warm. It's looking perfect. It's really starting to snow now. The propane canister is frozen over. Oh my god! The snow from the trees. You okay, buddy? Okay, let's give it a bite before we go in the car. I've got ground beef, mashed potatoes, carrots, spinach. You're supposed to put other veggies in there, but I was out. Okay, we're gonna go eat this in the warm car. We're using the Anchor Solix 300 to power a heated blanket tonight to stay warm. I want to give a really quick thank you to Anchor for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna turn the little lantern off here. So this thing's really handy because I can just plug a 12 volt into the 12 volt outlet here, and we just need it on low because we do have a wool blanket and a sleeping bag, and that's going to keep us warm through the night. I also need to charge some of my GoPro batteries for tomorrow. This DC portable power station packs 90,000 milliamps per hour and 300 watts total output, making it perfect for charging multiple devices at once. It has 7 ports, including USB-A, USB-C, and even a car socket. So with the heated blanket, 2 drone batteries, and a GoPro, it's saying there's still 22 hours left. The heated blanket, when it turns on, it draws a lot of power, but then it stops once it's heated and kicks off, so it's not constantly drawing power, and that's one of the benefits to getting the 12 volt. I'm gonna keep my little nightlight on while we get ready for bed. What I love most about this is how small it is. It's 30% smaller than most power stations on the market that are 300 watts, and it's perfect for one-night camping. For longer trips, you can actually plug in a solar panel to it that Anchor also sells. Plus, there's a smart app that you can pair it with so you can check on your devices from your phone. So whether you're using the nightlight to camp or you're getting your gear ready, this is the perfect little portable 300 watt power station. I've added a link in the description if you want to check it out. Clicking that link helps Kira and I, so thank you guys so much. And And now it's time to get cozy and we are going to bed because we have to wake up really early. I'm gonna give the electric blanket to Kiro. I'm gonna put the heavy wool blanket over top of that. Well, we don't have any service right now, so we're gonna listen to an audiobook and some podcasts that I've downloaded, and then we're gonna get up really early and we'll meet you at the river to do something that has been on my bucket list since I moved to British Columbia and started getting into fishing, and it's gonna be a really epic day. Kira wants to go to bed. Okay, I'm turning the light off. We made it to the boat launch. Yves is about to come pick us up and we're going to start the sturgeon hunt. It's about 0 degrees Celsius right now. That's 32 Fahrenheit. We've got our layers on. We're ready to go. Sturgeon apparently have terrible eyesight and they're bottom feeders. And a lot of this baiting that we're doing is giving a scent trail. 200-pound Power Pro line and a ton of weights. So this right here is a sturgeon.
That's a sturgeon. You can see the tail, the shape of the body.
Are these sturgeon as well?
Those are all sturgeon right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Amazing. That's a big boy right there.
That's a big boy.
We're out here with Yves Bisson as our guide today. Yves Bisson Sturgeon Co. And we've got our first sturgeon on the line. I made Parker reel in the first one. This could be potentially a 20-minute fight with the sturgeon to reel him in. We maybe had the rod in for 15 minutes and we got our first bite.
So you want to put your left hand above the reel, not below. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we are on. Let me get this on the end. So you never want a hand below the reel. Okay. Counterproductive because you're putting pressure here and you want the pressure from up above. Yeah, higher. Both hands higher. Right there. Yeah. You need your forearms to work in 5 or 10 minutes from now. Yeah. And when it stops running, don't grab the reel. Yeah. Fall back with the rod.
The white sturgeon is North America's largest freshwater fish, a river giant that often grows 6 to 10 feet long and lives for more than 100 years. They weigh hundreds of pounds, and these prehistoric fish are native to the Fraser River here in Chilliwack, British Columbia. Oh my gosh.
So every fish we catch, we monitor. That's why we have a scanner. It's just part of our tagging program on the Fraser River. I want to wave that where that tag should be, which is just behind the skull, right on the left side. There we go. Take the length, the girth. We put all the data in, river kilometer, date, water temperature. Hold that to the very back middle. It's called the fork length. So you want to go right along the scoots, and you can see that fish is 252 centimeters. So just over 99 inches. 8 foot 3 inches to the fork. And then we also want to check the girth, the tape measure right up to the top of the pectoral fins, and right there. So we're at 98 and a half centimeters. We tagged 75,000 individual sturgeon on this river. So there's so much data. Fish this size, typically you get one crack every kind of 5+ years to hook a fish like this. Just want to keep the head going into the current. These are called the scoots right here. And contrary to popular belief, they can stay sharp their whole lives. Like this one right here is like a razor blade. Sharp these ones are on the side right there. Yeah. So even though this is a very old fish, you know, 8+ footers can be anywhere from say 50+ years, 50, 60, 70 years old. This one's extremely sharp. And based off of that number, that fish would have originally been tagged around 2006, 2007.
18 years ago.
Water temp, water depth, bottom type, habitat,
everything. All
sorts of information. And then that goes into the database.
Yeah.
Province kind of responsible to make management decisions based on this.
The 100% catch and release efforts support the critical work being done to protect these ancient giants, not just for their ecological role, but also for preserving a species that has been around for 200 million years. That was a surreal experience. Not a lot of people get to experience what just happened. So the type of sturgeon we're fishing for today are white sturgeon. The record sturgeon was about 11 feet. So for the first sturgeon to be over 8 feet we got really lucky. Or Yves just knows what he's doing. We're guessing the age, but a sturgeon that size is definitely over 50 years. He could be 50, 70, 80 years old. These sturgeon can grow for over 100 years. So we've got the barbless, not the swivel there. That's where the weight goes. Huge assortment of weights down here. Because sturgeon are bottom feeders, you want that weight to bring it right to the bottom. Right now in December, they're feeding on a lot of dead salmon here in the Fraser River, and they've got these barbells, these little whiskers at the bottom, and that's how they can detect food.
Oh, okay, it's gone. Yeah, yeah. Just unlucky. So we just keep an eye on the rod tip. You're only ever watching the rod tip. Love it. Oh boy.
Oh God.
Have fun.
Oh my God.
Just hang on. Good.
The power of this dinosaur is oh, I've never felt anything quite like this.
This is just the beginning.
Oh, this rod's gonna go right in my face.
You reel, you're dropping the rod and reeling at the same time. Lift up, reel down.
Yeah, there
up.
you go.
There you go. Yeah, he just swam right at you. There you go.
Wow, this guy is big, I think. My arms are so tired. You have to use all your body weight as if you're rescuing someone that just fell in the water. You gotta pull them back in the boat. I'm laughing because I'm in pain. We can track it.
You betcha. It's got a tag.
So from the neck back, they're pretty much all cartilage, and then they've got these sharp scoots.
Look at how sharp those are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 210 centimeters. 82 and a half inches, so 6'10" and a half.
Probably the biggest fish I'll ever catch. Weighing at over 60. This guy is a dinosaur. These sturgeon are super smart. Once they're caught, they're not going to get caught again for a few years. My arms are tired. That was surreal. It's a beautiful day today, but even on the coldest of days, Yves has this front portion with a diesel heater, and it is super warm in here if you needed to come in and warm up. But even in December, could have asked for a better day. Not very many people get to experience this, and there's only so many places that you can legally fish for sturgeon safely and through the conservation efforts that they have here. So this is really special. Had no bites at that spot, so we're taking a little lunch break and we're gonna go down the river a little bit. Just got a bite.
Yeah, he's still on it. There you go. Wow.
All right, Parker's got our third fish set. How you feeling?
Tired.
We're not joking when we say this is so hard on the forearms. They're just so strong.
I think he's kicking up right here. Yeah, oh yeah, he's right here. It's only like...
The goal is to take no longer than 25 minutes to reel these fish in.
Woo. It's just over 7 feet. There we go.
So every time we catch a sturgeon, we measure the girth, the length of it, and that way it's recorded and we can track their growth rate.
I got 228, 90 incher.
7.5 feet. And there he goes. That fish, again, was at least 50 years old. They got over 100 years old. Surreal.
To catch a fish bigger than you, know that it's older than you.
I just learned that caviar come from sturgeon.
That's right. Almost all of it's farm now. So
Yes. In the wild, in this river, females don't start spawning until they're 25, 30 years. And then they don't spawn again for another 4 to 8 years, you were saying?
Yeah, on average.
Average sturgeon on this river is about 4.5 feet. So for us to catch a 6, 7, and 8 footer is just incredible.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Real. This is crazy.
Holy smokes.
Just ripping.
I'm hanging on for dear life. Bigger than the first one I had to reel in. Or my arms are just more fatigued.
Keep doing that as much as you can. Get as much line back on that reel.
I'm using every ounce of my body weight to reel this fish in. I'm fully extended. This fish is by far the strongest of the day. We think it might be anywhere from 200 to 300 pounds. That's the same weight as a female Siberian tiger.
Yeah, that one's tagged.
Oh my gosh. He's actually less slimy than a regular fish.
And they don't really have a smell either, which is nice.
And they've got tiny little eyes, so that's how they don't see very well, I guess.
And lots of the year, the water's so muddy, there's no visibility. 233. 91 3/4 inches. 7/7.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that's why each fish.
He fought above his weight class.
And the girth is 95 centimeters, which is roughly 37.5 inches.
And off he goes. With Mount Cheam in the background, beautiful. That was a lot. That felt like the catch of a lifetime.
Honestly,
It was
wish
great
you
to
the
meet
best. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I'll be.
You
Have a. I think so. Thanks so much. Take care. Well, that truly was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you ever get the chance to go sturgeon fishing, I highly recommend. I'll link Yves' Sturgeon Co. company down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.